Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Friday, December 6th. Overnight trade, we see a little bit of weakness in the beans and the meal. The beans are down around 7 cents, the meal down $2. The corn, wheat, and soybean oil near the unchanged level. So looking a little bit defensive for those beans and meal to start off the box right here. It's been a down week for the beans and the meal as well, as opposed to being an up week for the corn. I guess maybe that's the point of probably trying to make here today, is just trying to keep an eye on what's going on with the corn-bean spread. We know that the corn has been greatly on the defensive here of late, while the beans and the meal have been elevated. And it's kind of surprising throughout this week we've had supportive news for the beans and somewhat negative news for the corn. The corn news being the Chinese rejecting corn boats out of the U.S., but we really haven't been breaking the corn market all that much as far as the trend goes. But throughout the week, we've been hearing more rumors about China buying some beans. We saw our export sales yesterday, and every time we try to rally the bean or the meal market, we kind of a little bit on the defensive. We've had a huge move in the bean-corn spread over the past year, and just kind of watch and see if we're not trying to see that there's not some type of trend change occurring here in the coming weeks and or months. Some of the negativism for the beans could be the fact that we're going to have a big South American crop. We're looking already having a big U.S. crop that we've been trying to market and have done a good job, but South America is going to take it away from us. Also, are we going to continue to see the type of bean and meal business that we've been seeing? And not that the corn market should be good as far as rallying, but it's just that will the beans and the meal continue to be as good? We're also on a technical front going to go and look at the potential of having an outside week for the corn on the upside, while we're also potentially putting in reversal down weeks for the beans and the meal. So there is a storyline out there, both technically and fundamentally, that can kind of have a little bit of a trend change going forward in here in those two markets. Otherwise, we are still underneath the guise of having enough production around of corn, wheat, and soybeans not to go get a big bull market going or a big sustained rally. We'll get a commitment of traders report coming out after the close today, which will continue to show that the trade is net short the wheat and corn and the soybean oil, while once again being long the beans and the meal. We'll also be getting a USDA report coming out on Tuesday. The trade is looking for smaller wheat, corn, and bean carryouts versus a month ago, but then again, the world stocks are going to be quite adequate, once again eliminating the ideas of any type of upside sustained strength. South America is still in good condition as far as weather-wise goes, so no calamity there. And so overall, we have a little bit of a weakness in the beans and meal to start off with, steady a little bit better in the corn and the wheat, and once again keeping an eye on that corn-bean spread as far as potentially being a trend changer in the weeks, maybe months to come. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS.